Welcome back to Bodied Body. This is a 20-minute booty video. We're going to start off with a little stretch, just swan diving down, articulating through the spine, forgetting about everything. This is just 20 minutes. We're going to start off nice and slow, breathing in through your nose, exhaling through your mouth. Widen those legs and go down into a deep squat. You're going to plant your left hand down and then raise your right hand up and then plant the right one and left, and you're just going to be switching here, focusing on keeping your ankles planted into the ground and just really nice stretch up, looking away from that shoulder. Jeez, my cues will get better. We're just getting started. Beautiful. Switching, twisting, enjoying this nice stretch. Place your hands down on the floor and then from the deep squat, lift your butt up into the ground. You're stretching the backs of your legs, those hamstrings. We're just trying to create some space in these hips and these legs, because babies, we are gonna work. You're gonna come down to sit and your left leg is gonna come in front of you, your right leg actually into a 90-degree angle, and your right leg is also behind you in a 90-degree. Then you're gonna twist from the hips and over. Trying not to make this into a spinal twist. You're twisting from the hips and then hinging down just a little bit, really pressing into that side butt, opening up the leg there. Maybe switching up the angle, opening up the leg a little bit more, and then again twist, belly button up, trying to bring it closer to your spine. Twist, breathing. You don't have to go all the way down, don't make this a spine, but we're just opening up space in our hips. And twist, and come back up and then untwist. Beautiful. We're going to switch legs. So this time our left leg is in front, our right leg is behind you in a 90-degree, twisting from the hips and then hinging forward. That front leg where we're twisting over, can you get that butt nice and deep into the mat? Twisting from the hips, maybe changing up the angle of the foot. Every angle has a different sensation, and we just want to get really open up in this area. And again, twisting from the hip, leaning forward. Don't make this a spine. We're just trying to open up our hips. Gorgeous. Last one, forward. And you come on up and untwist. Beautiful. You're going to come into a low squat, and then you're just going to roll yourself back up. And let's get some air squats happening. So nice, low, trying to ground your feet into the mat, and it's as if you were ripping the mat apart. So really grounded feet. We're just going down and up, your spine really tall up, and you're just hinging back from your sitting bones. Moving into a curtsy lunge, so left foot on the floor, ripping the mat apart. Right leg goes beyond the left leg, and you're just going to squat down, or lunge back, I should say. Knee to the floor. Really nice. Keeping your spine straight up and trying to touch the floor with your knee as your chest remains nice and proud up. Then you are going to stay down in that lunge, and we're going to be pulsing in now for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hinge forward and then kick that leg back. Remember, all of the weight into our left foot, and you're kicking with your right foot to your butt. That left glute should be feeling nice and warm right about now. Breathing, you're going to hold. Breathing. Nice. Beautiful. Following, you're going to shake it out, and we're going to be doing the next side. So your right leg is grounded into the mat. Your left leg is behind you, past that right leg, and you're just lunging down, knee to the floor. Spine is nice and straight. You're hinging, you're lunging, I should say. You're going down and up, breathing the whole time, inhaling and exhaling, using your breath to maintain power. And then we're going to be doing pulses. So you stay down and you pulse, staying down low as much as you can while your spine is nice and straight. Keep pulsing. You hinge forward, and then you're going to kick back into your butt. Your right foot is ripping that mat apart and your legs are feeling it. That right glute should be screaming, but that's what we want. You're going to hold, breathing in, hold. Beautiful, shaking it out. I'm already sweating, to be honest. I hope you are too, and if not, let's keep going. From here, squatting down low, and you are just going to be crossing over in through the mat, across the mat, but maintaining a lot of resistance in your legs. So even though we don't have any tensor bands or anything, now you're going to externally rotate those feet, so those kind of like looking like a duck, and you are moving out. Again, crossing the mat, staying low in your squat, but with an external rotation of those toes. Now, internal rotation of those toes, you're going to be doing the same thing. You can go down in a little bit of a squat and don't drag your feet. Lift those feet up. We want to work on making sure that we can lift our feet across. Beautiful. Shake it out. Take a breather. And we shall go down, trying to not use your hands to go down to the mat. Beautiful. From here, let's do a roll up. So hands in front of you, legs are anchored, and with your ribs nice and heavy, you're slowly with controlling, nice, going down and then lowering all the way up. Beautiful. Inhale, hands above your head. Exhale, peel your head and shoulders off the mat with control, rolling up. Your knees are nice and soft, but your legs are anchored into the mat. Forward fold. One more time. Inhale, hands in front of you. Exhale, start hinging back. When you can't hinge, then start curling your spine down with control, using your core. Ribs are heavy. Slowly, and beautiful work. So lying flat on the mat, making sure you're centered, you're going to bend your knees, plant your feet, and we're just going to be doing a pelvic tilt. So yet sitting bone, you want to curl it up towards the ceiling. The last part of your spine, we're just trying to curl it up towards the ceiling. So your lower back is going to flush across the mat when you're curling up, and then when you uncurl, your lower back is nice and arched. So we're just trying to connect to this part of our powerhouse, of our core. Everything else is still. Then you're going to curl your tailbone up and then lift your butt up into a bridge, keeping the backs of your ribs heavy on the mat, and your heels are heavy into the mat as well. Lifting up, squeezing when you get to the top. Your glutes should be squeezing when you contract when you get to the top. Then hands above your head, and then widen your knees out, staying up in the glute bridge. So you're just going out wide and then bringing back in. Out wide, knees, and bring them back in. Your ribs are nice and heavy down towards your pelvis bone. Then now you're going to stay up in a glute bridge, and you're going to be pulsing for 10, 9, 8, 7, squeezing, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Holding, squeezing that butt. Lift that glute a little bit higher if you can, and then release down. Beautiful. Taking a breath in, maybe windshield wiping your legs side to side, releasing that, and up back into a bridge. You're going to keep your left leg still and your right leg out to the side. You stay up in the bridge, hands above your head for more stabilization or more demand on your stabilization. So keeping everything super still, and your right leg is just going out to the side and back in, out to the side and back in. Then you're going to park that right leg, and the left leg is going out to the side, squeezing that side glute, staying up in that glute bridge, and hands above your head and breathing the whole time. Don't hold your breath. Beautiful. Both legs parallel. Can you lift your hip a little bit higher and squeeze and go up, hip thrusting, squeezing a little more, holding your ribs in, and you're breathing the whole time. Nice. Squeezing the butt, squeezing. We just keep thrusting up, squeezing the glutes, keeping everything else so still. Nothing else is moving except for that hip thrusting. You're going to hold, and squeezing the butt and holding, and then release, and then come all the way down. Windshield wipe your legs side to side. Take a breather. Nice. Beautiful work. or about halfway there. So up back into a glute bridge, and this time we're just going to be lifting our heels off the ground. So glute bridge as we were doing, but this time your heels are off the ground, squeezing that butt. Everything else is so still. Hands over your head if you want more, and just keep going. Now you're going to be lowering your ankles halfway down as you lower your butt. So it's the same thing, but we're just going to play around. Calves are starting to come into the picture, but we're still keeping everything so still. Then you're just going to be holding when you go up into a glute bridge again. Hold the heels high up and just keep thrusting that hip up and down, squeezing, ribs heavy the whole time. Heavy ribs, hold, breathe, squeezing everything, and release. Go ahead and windshield wipe those legs side to side. You're going to need it because we're going into a single leg glute bridge. Let's get ready to get humbled. So we go back into a glute bridge, go up, left leg is nice and planted, the left heel, and then you're going to bring that right knee into your chest and extend straight out, and into your chest and out, and your hands above your head, and your ribs are nice and heavy, really heavy into that left heel. A couple more like this. And then you're going to keep that leg straight now, and you're going to go over and then have it meet. You're going to kick up and have it meet your knee, and then kick up and have it meet your other knee, and kick up and have it meet your other knee, and kick up. Ribs are heavy. Couple of more. You're almost there. I'm struggling. Bring it down and then extend. Switch legs. So knee into your chest and then point that leg forward. Really strong. You're still in a glute bridge. That right heel is heavy into the mat, lifting that butt a little bit higher, and then keeping that leg long. You're going to kick it up and then have it meet your other knee. Up, knee. Kick up, knee, still heavy into that right heel so that your glute is really in. Really screaming, actually, to be honest. This is quite humbling. And then you're just going to bring it down. Nice. Taking a breather. You're going to need it. And we're going to go back up into a bridge. Your right knee back in, and you're going to extend out forward. Again, we just did this. We're just doing a second round because, why not? We already know what we're doing. Then we're doing leg circles. Nice. Keeping everything really straight, trying to keep your hip really straight and just focusing on reverse that circle, on moving the thigh bone in the hip socket. Really long foot. Ribs are heavy and down. Left foot. Come on, in and out, extending that leg forward and then driving it into your chest while you're planting your right heel into the mat, real heavy. Arms above your head, and then straight leg circles. Keeping everything else so still is how quiet can you keep the rest of your body. Reverse that circle for 2, 1, and you're going to release. Beautiful. Then you're going to be up in a glute bridge, and you're just tilting as if your hip were a seesaw, side to side. Your ribs are heavy. You're just hiking up one side of the hip higher than the other, releasing it, and then hiking up the other. Seesaw. Heels are heavy into the ground, and your butt should be feeling this quite nicely. So you're just hip mobility. It's a seesaw. Beautiful. We love this. Keep going. Breathing the whole time. Your ribs are heavy. Seesaw motion, and then release. Bring your knees into your chest, and you're just going to be rolling. Beautiful. Can you roll up without touching the floor with your feet? And another time, massaging that spine. Come up, don't touch the feet, don't touch the floor with your feet. And now you can extend your legs forward and just do a little forward fold. Beautiful. Inhaling up, and you're going to be coming up to stand real tall. We're going to be doing the flight of the butterfly. So we're going to start in a baby squat, and then our knees are going out to the side like a butterfly. Out. Really strong side glutes. Okay. This we're going to be going down for 10. And then we're going to dip a little bit lower. And then again, 10 butterfly, out to the side squats. Your ribs are heavy the whole time. Your heels are nice and heavy. And now we're going to go down a little bit more and out with those butterflies. We're doing 10 here. Really strong side legs. Those glutes are nice and burning, actually. You're going to lift up a little bit, and again, those 10. So this is, we're just flying the butterfly up and down. Couple more. I'm struggling, and then up a little bit more, and then again 10 out to the side. Your ribs are heavy the whole time. Lots of fun. You should be sweating, you should be feeling this, and release. Shake it out. We're going to be doing that same thing, but this time we're going to be starting low, then we're going to go up a little bit more, and then up a little bit more, and then down, and then down. So starting lower and out those legs. Let's go. This butterfly's flying and our booty is getting nice and sculpted. We love this. Maybe not right now, but I promise you will. Up again, a little higher, and then out for 10. Nice. Ribs are heavy the whole time. Breathing. Don't hold your breath. You know, if you need to pause and take a break. Up a little bit higher. Out. 10. Nice. Put your hands on your butt so you know what you're working. Mind to muscle connection. I'm freaking out. But the show must go on. Lower a little bit. Let's go for 10. Nice. Ribs heavy the whole time. Squeezing that butt. You're almost there. And then we lower a little bit more. And then 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. I'm praying to all the gods that were and were to be, and release. That was intense, but we made it. Shake it out. And we're just going to lunge out to the side, down and up, down, and then come back up. This is your left side. It really doesn't matter what side, as long as you get both sides done. Out to the side, lunging. Beautiful. And then out, switch sides. Lunge out to the side. We love this. We love a side lunge squat situation. Really keeping it simple. These movements compound, but if we do them with consistency, we will. Now, I want you down to the side, and you're just going to kick out your leg out to the side, but you're deep in the squat. So your right butt is on fire, and you're just tapping your toe out to the side, and you're bringing it back in, keeping those ribs heavy the whole time. Breathing, switching side, so that all the weight is in that standing foot, and that other foot is just pointing out to the side, and you're bringing it in. So ribs are heavy, you're breathing, maybe touch your butt, touch your hip so that nothing's moving. Release. Beautiful work. Then squat down and then out to the side, kick up, keeping that hip as leveled as possible, and you're just doing a side kick. All of the weight is in that standing leg. Switch side, go down low into a squat, kick to the side, and then lift and lift, trying to maintain that body so statuesque. You are so still. Nothing can come in between you and your sculpted booty. Breathing, swan diving down. Gorgeous. And then come back up. Guys, we are done. We're just going to do a nice little stretch. So come on down. I want you to cross your right leg over your left leg. Left leg goes back towards you, and you're just going to twist and hold on to that leg. Breathing nice and deep, filling up your front body, side body, back body, and untwist. Gorgeous. Switch legs. Bringing that leg over and then just hugging it with your arm and really just trying to twist. I am dying. You can see my face. I'm sweating, by the way. And yeah, but I mean, that was really fun. And honestly, the goal is to have an obnoxious ass, so we shall do whatever it takes. Glue the soles of your feet together, down into a butterfly, and then just pressing with your elbows down into your knees with your elbows. Can you just forward fold and press those knees down as close as you can get to the floor? Maybe not that far, but far enough where you can start feeling it. And then you're just going to twist over to one side and forward fold. And inhale, come back up, and exhale, forward fold over to the other side. Getting a nice side glute stretch. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And guys, back how we started to that 90-90 legs. That back leg, I want you to lift. You should feel a lot of space in your glutes and your hips right now. You're just going to lift it up to the side, release it, lift, and then we're going to switch legs. So 90 degree to the back, and that leg you're just going to lift up, placing your hand down to give you some support. Just want to make sure that we can mobilize these hips after all that work. Beautiful. And then untwist, undo that leg, and here we're just going to forward fold, crossing those legs, reaching those hands, those fingertips forward, and just let your head hang, and nice and release, breathing deeply, release. That was great work. And then off to the other side, making this a side twist again, but we're trying to pull down that other hip down to the floor so both hips are nice and grounded onto the floor. Let your back hang, your head hang, and then move over to the next side. You killed it. You know, like, we're doing this together. I'm doing this with you. This is some serious business. And while we're done our booty, we are moving into a little bonus round for our face yoga, face gym, because we can't be doing all of the things and not our face muscles. So you're gonna tilt your head up to the sky, and you're just gonna kiss the sky. You're gonna be feeling the sides of your neck really stretching out. So we want to get those strong. A couple more like this, kissing the sky, and then you're gonna stick out your tongue and then move it like a metronome. So side to side, keeping that tongue nice and extended out to the side. You're going to feel this in your neck. And if we have a strong neck, well, we're going to look way better. See you next time. Let me know in the comments what you want to work on next. Later. Bye, babies.